Okay, once you're done using the IMOP at your location, you want to drain the dirty water tank and rinse it. To do so, you just pull it off, open the cap, drain it, put fresh water in it, shake it around really good, pull out the filter out of the tank. And these filters are in two different places now. They change the style of the IMOP. Sometimes you'll get them in the neck and sometimes you'll get them in the tank like this one. But you want to make sure that it fills up with crud, so you want to rinse this off as well and then just reapply it. The other area that you want to take, set this off to the side, then you want to pull out your neck. And you see how the dirt stuff gets on here? You want to rinse this out as well. And then wipe it down with a rag or towel and then reapply it. When that's done, if you're using chemicals in your IMOP, you want to rinse out the clean water tank as well, and then run the machine, cycle the machine through so that clean water comes out of the hoses on the head unit. That way it doesn't harden up after use and then wreck your solenoid from applying water. So if it's not putting out water, chances are your solenoid went bad in the unit and you have to get it replaced. So I always recommend that you don't use chemicals in the tanks, that you pre-spray your floor, but I know that that's not always feasible to do. Okay? So you pull out that, and you want to drain that tank out as well. Wipe down the areas where the water insert goes. There's a little filter or screen here. You want to make sure that that stays clear, so you want to wipe that off. And then we want to take to your hose, set the machine down, hold it with your one hand, and take your hose off. And to do that, untwist the yellow cap, and the poles come off. You want to rinse this out, pull this through, pull your machine back up, take your squeegee side end off, and then take the hose all the way out and rinse it. And this is a lot of stuff in it that catches on because it's, a rib hose, so it's going to catch a lot of debris inside there. So you want to rinse this all the way out and clean it inside and outside, obviously. And then to reapply it, just do the reverse process. We're going to leave that off the squeegee end for the time being. Screw on your yellow connection until it stops. Reapply it to the neck. And then we're going to take, since we have the squeegee off now, we're going to take and clean the squeegee assembly off. See all the dirt that gets caught up in there? You want to make sure that that gets rinsed out and cleaned out. So you're going to take this over to your slop sink and you're going to rinse all of this out. And you want to make sure that this is the vacuum portion of it. So you want to make sure that that stays free of debris, along with the yellow vac hose top. Check your squeegees for wear. If need be, change them or flip them. These ones look pretty good. You also want to check your wheels. And there's hair that always gets caught up into the wheels. You want to try to get as much of that off as possible so it doesn't start seizing up the wheels and they don't roll freely. So you just want to dig out as much as you possibly can and make sure that the wheels are spinning freely. Once that's done, you can reapply. It has two metal ends here. On inside of these metal clips, there's rubber grommets. And those rubber grommets are a wearable part. So if you're finding that your IMOP isn't staying on very well anymore, ask for new rubber grommets. And it's just a matter of taking a small number 1 Phillips screwdriver, taking this off, putting a new rubber grommet in there, and screwing it back in by hand. Okay, so we have your squeegee assembly off, we rinsed that off, we rinsed your hose off already. The next setup, you want to remove your brushes. And you're going to want to wash these as well and let them hang and dry. So what I do is just let them hang up here. When you're done using it, you're going to take your wet towel and you're going to wipe down the head area and you're going to get any debris out of your brushes on the sides. Okay? Then you can reassemble your squeegee unit and just put it back on the unit and let it sit that way, like so. Then we'll apply your clean water tank, which is now empty. If it is empty, I would keep the caps off so it allows air to get in there and helps dry it out. Same with the dirty water tank. You can leave it off, but leave the tank or leave it off the machine, or put it back on the machine and leave the caps open so it can dry out, and that way mold doesn't grow and create in there. And just overall, just do a wipe down of the machine and then store it back to where its holding place is. On the IMOPs, it comes with 2 sets of batteries, one gray and one blue, so it's which each side they go onto. You always want to make sure that you're cycling through your batteries. If they get too low, they will no longer be able to take a charge. So you want to use both sets on a regular basis and not let one set sit any longer than it needs to. Transporting an IMOP, you always want to pull it behind you and not push it. So when you're getting ready to use this IMOP, you always want to manually set the head unit down and then turn the machine on and start using it. When you're using this, what you want to do is start the farthest point away, just like if you were painting a floor and you work your way back to the doorway.